Planet Play Pals, Incredible Insects. Welcome to Incredible Insects, where tiny creatures lead to big adventures. Today, the Planet Play Pals will explore the fascinating world of insects, those small but mighty heroes of the natural world. Follow Detective Finn as he investigates the case of the missing pollinators. Join Ria on a bug safari to uncover the secrets of garden critters. Hear Kwame's tales of Anansi, the wise spider. Watch Emily create a paradise for backyard buddies and marvel at Annika's discoveries as she shows how insects inspire modern inventions. From the garden to the lab, insects inspire us with their extraordinary abilities. Let's dive into their world to learn, explore, and find out why these incredible insects are so essential to our planet. Buckle up and prepare to be amazed. Our insect-inspired journey begins now. Finn's Detective Diary, The Case of the Missing Pollinators.
Hello, junior detectives. I'm Finn, and today we've got a real environmental mystery on our hands. The case of the missing pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and other busybodies are disappearing, and we need to find out why. Are you ready to solve this mystery with me? Let's gather some clues. First clue. Pollinators like bees and butterflies are super important because they help plants grow by moving pollen from one flower to another. Look here. See these bright red strawberries? Without bees buzzing from flower to flower, we wouldn't have many of these juicy treats. And these big, tasty almonds? They need bees too. Imagine trying to snack without these. Not so much fun, right? Here's how it works. These little bees show us what happens in nature. As they move from one flower to another, they pick up pollen on their bodies. When they visit the next flower, voila, they transfer the pollen. This helps the plants produce these delicious fruits and nuts we love so much. But something's wrong. Our pollinator friends like bees and butterflies are disappearing, which is bad news for our food and for nature. Let's find out why this is happening. On to our next clue. Pals, for our next clue, we are going to meet Dr. Bloom, a true friend to our pollinator friends, and an expert who can help us solve the mystery of the vanishing pollinators. Hi, Dr. Bloom. My friends and I have a question we want to ask you. Can you tell us why our pollinator pals might be vanishing?
Well, Finn, it's a mix of things. You see, many bees and butterflies are losing their homes because there aren't enough local wildflowers around. These wildflowers are important because they provide the best food and shelter for our local country or state butterflies and bees, helping them stay happy and healthy. Plus, some are falling sick from yucky chemicals called pesticides, which people use to keep bugs off their plants.
Thanks, Dr. Bloom. So, pollinator friends like bees and butterflies are losing their food and homes to lesser local plants and getting sick from chemicals. That's a huge clue. Now, how can we help? Let's head back to our den and think like detectives. If our pollinator friends need homes and safe spaces, planting local wildflowers is a great start. And using fewer chemicals can make their homes safer. Every little garden counts. Look, planting these local wildflowers can make a big difference. Whether you plant some seeds in a pot or a community garden, each one is like a tiny home or a snack bar for our bee and butterfly friends. You can do this too. Here are some helpful tips when you plant your first seeds. Choose the right spot. Make sure whether in a pot or in the garden, our seeds will get plenty of bright sunshine. Loosen up the soil to make it nice and comfy for our seeds. After sprinkling in the seeds, tuck them in just right with a thin layer of soil. Be careful that the seeds aren't too deep that they cannot get sunshine and grow. Gently water the newly planted seeds. We need to give them just enough water to drink, not make them soggy. Once planted, check in on your seeds regularly. Make sure that they are safe from birds or bugs. And make sure they have enough water to grow. So, junior detectives, we've uncovered that our pollinating pals, bees and butterflies, are in trouble, but we've also found ways to help them. It's up to us to make our gardens a safe place for them. By solving this case, we help not just the pollinators, but our whole planet. Remember, every flower you plant helps, and every chemical we skip or choose carefully keeps their world safe. Let's keep our tiny friends buzzing and fluttering happily.
Rias Bug Safari.
Hello, brave explorers! I'm Ria, and today we're going on an incredible adventure right here in this beautiful garden. It's a bug safari, and you're invited! Did you know that gardens are like bustling cities for insects? Let's discover the amazing world of our tiny friends and learn why they're so important to us and our planet. Ready to explore? Let's go! First stop, the Buzzing Bee Hotel. Bees are super busy workers. They fly from flower to flower, collecting nectar. But that's not all. They're also pollinators, which means they help plants grow, breed, and produce food. Without bees, we wouldn't have lots of our favorite fruits and veggies. Let's watch quietly and see how this bee dips into the flower. See the pollen sticking to its legs? That's how they carry pollen to help other plants grow. It's like they're giving the plants a helping hand, or should I say, a helping wing. Oh, I think I see some other of our insect friends. Let's take a look. Next on our safari, the incredible ant highway. Ants are amazing team players. They work together to find food, protect their home, and take care of their families. Each ant has a job, and they all depend on each other, just like in our communities. Look at these little guys, carrying leaves back to their nest. They're not just tidying up the garden. Those leaves are used to grow their food. Talk about garden helpers. Isn't it incredible what these tiny creatures do? Let's see why we should be amazed by these little garden helpers, not afraid. You might think ants and bees are scary, but they're really important for our world. Together, ants and bees help the garden and our plants grow. Ants by making the soil healthy, and bees by pollinating flowers into fruits and seeds. Sometimes, ants and bees even help each other out. Ants keep away bugs that might bother the bees, and in return, bees share some of their sweet nectar with the ants. It's like they're friends helping each other out in the garden. So, next time you see an ant or a bee, remember, they're not here to scare you. They are working hard to keep our gardens beautiful and growing. They show us that even the smallest helpers can make a big difference. Isn't that awesome? Today's Bug Safari showed us how teamwork happens everywhere in nature, even among the tiniest creatures in the garden. So, brave explorers, I encourage you to look closer and learn more about these incredible insects.
Thanks to Rias Bug Safari, we've learned that every insect, big or small, plays a role in keeping our planet thriving and colorful. What's next on today's adventure with the Planet Play Pals? Kwame's Storytime, Anansi and the Web of Wisdom.
Hello, young adventurers. We've explored the vital roles of bees and ants, and now we meet Anansi the Spider, who, like our pollinator pals, teaches us big lessons about sharing and community. Welcome to another story time with me, Kwame. Today, I have a special tale for you about Anansi the Spider, one of the most famous tricksters in African folklore. Let's dive into his story and learn why even the smallest among us can make a huge impact. Our story begins in a village filled with buzzing life. In this village lived Anansi the Spider. Anansi was smart and he wanted to be the smartest of all his friends. Anansi decided to collect every piece of wisdom he could find in the village and collect it in a large pot. He believed that if he kept all the wisdom to himself, he would always have the upper hand over everyone else. After collecting a great deal of wisdom, he decided to hide it in a pot at the top of a tall tree where no one else could reach it. Anansi tied the pot in front of his belly, which made climbing the tree very tricky. The pot swung back and forth, and Anansi slipped and slid, barely making progress. His son, watching from below, saw the struggle and suggested, "Father, why not tie the pot to your back? That way it won't swing and make you lose balance." Anansi tied the pot to his back, and suddenly, climbing was easier. He reached the top of the tree swiftly, but just as he settled the pot safely, he paused. Anansi realized that his son's simple idea was wiser than his own complicated plan. This moment of insight humbled him. When Anansi realized his own foolishness, he fell onto the tree. The pot, now unsteady from the movement, slipped and then fell. As it dropped to the ground below, the knowledge Anansi collected began to fly away, spreading wisdom with the winds. And so, wisdom was scattered all across the world for everyone to share. Anansi learned that no one can hold all the wisdom alone, and true wisdom comes from sharing knowledge and learning from each other. Anansi's attempt to keep all wisdom to himself taught him and us a valuable lesson, that sharing knowledge enriches everyone, not just oneself. Let's remember to spread our insights and learn together. As we admire the lives of incredible insects, remember Anansi's message. Small actions can have big effects. What stories will you share today? How will you contribute to our world's web of wisdom?
Emily's Backyard Buddies.
Hi, friends! I'm Emily, and today we're going to make our backyard more inviting for insects. Many people think insects are just pests, but they're actually amazing friends who help our gardens thrive. Let's learn how we can help them by creating spaces just for them. Are you ready? Let's get started! First, we're going to build a bug hotel. This is a cozy rest stop for insects like ladybugs, beetles and bees who might need a break from their busy lives. For our bug hotel, we need some bricks, old wood and some dry leaves or straw. These materials help replicate the natural hiding spots insects love. Let's check out some bug hotels made by pals around the world. Each nook and cranny offers shelter to different types of bugs. This safe spot protects them from predators and gives them a place to rest or hibernate during colder months. Next up, let's plant a butterfly garden. Butterflies and bees love bright flowers, and these gardens are like big welcome signs for them. You'll want flowers that are full of nectar, like lavender, daisies and marigolds. These not only look beautiful, but also provide food for our fluttering friends. Butterflies are attracted to clusters of bright flowers, so let's make sure to plant them in groups. This will turn our garden into a butterfly banquet. Creating these spaces not only makes our garden prettier and livelier, but also helps the environment. Insects play key roles in pollinating plants, breaking down organic matter, and they're a food source for other wildlife. By helping them, we help our whole ecosystem. Now it's your turn. Try making a bug hotel or a butterfly garden in your own yard. It's a fun way to help nature and learn about the incredible world of insects. Remember, every little creature has its role, and together we can make a big difference.
Thank you, Emily, for showing us how to be great neighbors to our backyard buddies. Let's keep building these friendships and caring for our shared home. Annika's Science Show, Insect-Inspired Inventions.
Hello, future inventors. I'm Annika, and today we're going to explore some amazing technologies that were inspired by insects. Insects might be small, but they have a big impact on our world, especially when it comes to inspiring scientists and engineers. Let's discover how insects are helping us build a better future. First up, let's look at drones. These cool machines mimic the flight patterns of insects like bees or dragonflies. Unlike airplanes with fixed wings, these robots can hover, dart, and glide, making them perfect for flying through tricky places like forests or ruined buildings. Engineers study these insects to understand how they move, which helps us make robots that can do things we only dreamed of before, like exploring places otherwise impossible for us to see. Next, let's check out these really shiny materials. This idea comes from the beautiful, shimmering wings of butterflies. Their wings aren't colored. Instead, they have tiny structures that reflect light to create brilliant colors. We use these cool ideas to make better solar panels that catch more sunlight. It's like using nature's secrets to make our world more colorful and sustainable. On our last stop today, be careful because you may get stuck. Glue inspired by beetles. Some bugs can cling to just about anything, and they do this without any sticky mess. Scientists have studied how these insects stick to surfaces to create new kinds of glue that are strong and safe for the environment. These smart glues can stick tightly, but can also be removed easily without leaving any residue. That's perfect for hanging pictures on the wall at home, or even for doctors using medical tapes that don't hurt when taken off. Isn't it amazing how insects inspire us to innovate? From robots that flap like dragonflies, shiny materials that dazzle like butterfly wings, to clever glues inspired by beetle feet. Nature has so many secrets to share that can make our lives better. Next time you see a bug, think about all the amazing things it might teach us. Keep exploring, keep inventing, and remember, big ideas can come from tiny places. Can't wait to see what inventions you dream up next. Bye for now, and keep watching for more fun with the Planet Play Pals.
Thanks, Annika, for showing us how insects inspire us to create amazing things. Remember, every insect has a story that could lead to the next big discovery. Stay curious, keep learning, and join us next time for more adventures.
Hey, adventurers! If you loved joining us on today's insect exploration and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe and become part of Planet Play Pals. Hit that subscribe button below.
And if you thought our bug safari and other insect adventures were fun, give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Let's spread the buzz about our tiny friends.
Now we have a special question for you. If you could have any insect superpower, which one would you choose and why? Would you like to jump high like a grasshopper or be super strong like an ant? Parents and guardians, exploring the world of insects with your kids is a wonderful way to nurture their curiosity about nature. Why not take a moment to talk about what you've watched today? Maybe you could even plan a bug safari in your own backyard.
Today, we've discovered how incredible insects can be, from pollinating our food to inspiring amazing inventions. Bugs are not just fascinating, they're also essential to our planet. Remember, every creature, no matter how small, has a big role to play in our world.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure with the Planet Play Pals. Keep exploring, stay curious, and remember to care for all the little heroes of our planet. See you next time for more fun and learning.